Everybody, and welcome to Food with the First Lady, where we are cooking through the calendar. We're going to skip all the way from January, February to March, and we're going to do a dish for St. Patrick's Day. And we're going to do corned beef with cabbage. So let's just get it started, then we'll talk a little bit. First thing I have is a corned beef brisket we bought at the store. It came packaged as a flat cut brisket, corned beef brisket. It came in a package where it was with brine. There was brine already around it, and so I emptied the brine, rinsed it off. Now I'm covering it with water, and I'm adding the spice packet. Now this spice pack came like this. I've cut up in the top of it. You could make your own spice if you wanted to, but I'm not sophisticated enough to do that. So I'm just going to use the spices that came with it. It's called corned beef. Let's talk just a minute about that. All right, so all I've done is covered it with water, put the spice packet on top of it. Let me put the lid on it. We're going to bring it to a boil. While it comes to a boil, let me just tell you this. So I looked up a little bit about corned beef and why, you know, that the people in Ireland like corned beef. Of course, St. Patrick's Day is named after St. Patrick, which is one of the patron saints of Ireland. But it turns out from the research that I did that the people in Ireland raised beef. And then there was a cattle act that came into play, and they had been exporting it to England because the people in England loved beef, and then it turned out they couldn't do that anymore. So they had kind of an overflow of beef in Ireland, and so this was like in the 1500s, and of course they didn't have any refrigeration, and so they began to corn it, or to corn as in salt corns, and so that's the way they preserved their beef, was with salt or corn, what they would term as corn. So that's where the corned beef came from. However, the people in Ireland, it turns out, were pretty poor and couldn't even eat too much of that. So they would preserve it and save it for I guess whenever they could, export it. Also, they loved potatoes. You've heard of Irish potatoes. We have sweet potatoes. We have Irish potatoes. Then there was a potato famine. So the poor people in Ireland had kind of a rough time, and many of them immigrated to the United States. This particular dish, corned beef with cabbage, we're going to also add potatoes and carrots to this, became actually an Irish-American dish. So what we're fixing today is an Irish-American dish, and is really used in the United States a lot for St. Patrick's Day. This is not something I cook a lot, but I have cooked before and I do like. A lot of people like the leftovers. They make corned beef hash out of it. And then there are sandwiches that have corned beef in them that are wonderful. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to let this come to a boil, and then we're going to simmer it for 2 hours, because brisket is a tough cut of meat. It takes a while. You have to cook it slow for a long time. So anyway, I'll be back in a couple hours, and we'll see what's next with our corned beef. Guys, we are back with our St. Patrick's Day corned beef. All right, so you can see it here. We've been boiling. It came to a boil, turned it down to a simmer. It's been simmering now for 2 hours. Now's the time for us to add the vegetables. Now the cabbage is not going to go in yet because it doesn't take as long to cook cabbage. So we're going to go in right now with the potatoes. Now, what the recipe calls for is small potatoes, and that's what I'm putting in here. But of course, if you don't have small potatoes, all you have are a big old bag of potatoes, which is fine. Go ahead and cut it up into about this kind of size. And then it calls for carrots cut into 3-inch sections. Of course, if all you have is the little baby carrots, you can put those in. All right, now this goes back on to boil for another 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and add something else. All right, so here we are. We are 2 hours and plus into our cooking of our corned beef. So we have our corned beef in here. covered with water and our spices. Bring to a boil, simmer for 2 hours. After 2 hours, we came back and we added some small baby potatoes cut in half, and we added carrots cut in 3-inch sections. Now we're going to come in with the cabbage. I love cabbage. Let's talk about the Irish. So I looked up why the cabbage. Cabbage is inexpensive. And the Irish were known to not be wealthy people, and cabbage was in abundance. And of course, it is a vegetable and not a starch like the potatoes are. Well, the carrots are not either, so carrots are cheap as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to add wedges of this cabbage. Now, I would cut the cabbage up in fairly small because we're just going to, this is going to go another 15 minutes. Looks like I'm going to have a bigger pot, or I need to be very careful the way I boil it. So we're going to cover this, put it back on the stove, and we'll cook it for another 15 minutes. Then we're going to come back and we'll see what's next as far as finishing up our corned beef and cabbage. Okay. So I'm taking out the vegetables. So let's remember what we've done so far. So we took our beef, we drained it out of the brine that was in the package, we poured it, we set it without the brine into our Dutch oven. And we covered it with water and with the spice packet, and we brought it to a boil, and then we let it simmer for 2 hours. We brought it back, and then we added small potatoes cut in half and carrots in 3-inch sections. Let it cook for 15 minutes, brought it back, added wedges of cabbage, let it cook for another 15. So now we're back to take the beef out, all right? I'm not sure if it's going to fall apart. So I've got these in case it falls apart, but I'm going to try to stick these forks in it to see if it'll stay. It is going to stay intact. All right, here's our beef. Going to set it on a cutting board. We're going to let it rest for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we're going to take our vegetables. We're going to pour them back into our pot. I'm going to put the pot back on the stove. I'm testing these potatoes. Let me see. They're almost done. But we're going to go ahead and put them back on the stove. I'm going to let this, well, it's on the stove now. So we're going to let this to continue to cook for the 15 minutes that it takes for this to rest. Then we're going to cut it and we'll plate it up. We'll see what it looks like. Guys, we are back and we're going to finally finish our corned beef and cabbage. Okay. Guys, this is so tender. I feel like you can cut it with a regular knife. I feel like I have to cut it with this electric knife so it won't fall apart. And you got to cut it against the grain. All right, so here we go. Almost through. It's kind of pinkish. That's the corned part. It's done. There's no blood, but it has a pinkish tint to it. Obviously, I'm not the best at cutting up meat. That's usually Ricky's job, not mine. All right, let me slide this under and see if I can get it on my tray here without, while it's still kind of pretty here. Here we go. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Yay! Look at it. Got it. Going. Now, it kind of shriveled up, but it's all lean, guys. There's no bone in it. All right, we're going to take these potatoes and carrots and cabbage and put it all around. And we have a 1-pot meal. Guys, I tell you what, this is going to fill us up. I'm not going to even be able to put all of this onto our platter here. Got kind of a smaller platter. Probably would need a bigger platter in order to make that happen. We'll just put it all around and then serve the rest of this up in a bowl. And put some on this side. Uh-oh, come back, little carrot. Let's see, let's put a carrot over there and one right here. And we have a festive St. Patrick's Day corned beef and cabbage. Have a wonderful